And they cross-examined him and was able to speak for or against an event. And you see, when Jesus advanced in verse 7 of chapter 8, the book of John, and he said, whoever is without sin among you, let him throw the first stone. I hope you know Jesus is speaking in line with Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 7, where there is a strategic instruction about casting the first stone. Moses recommended it in Deuteronomy 17:7. Jesus insisted upon it. Why? Because it asserts the principle of truthfulness. And this casting of the first stone, according to the law of Moses, is to take away two evils. Whenever the opportunity to cast the first stone, which must be casted by a witness, a true able witness, is to deal with two evils. Number one, to deal with the evil of the sin committed. Number two, to deal with the evil of false witnesses. Those are the reasons why you must cast the first stone. That's why a witness, a true witness, must be the first to start that process of execution. But it is wrong to say that a true witness is not just someone who sees and hears, but someone who is bold enough, able enough to speak as a voice for and about what happened. So back to the drama. If you are a judge, who will you consider as a qualified witness? For me, who has a reputation to speak? I'm just he can that he He brought this one who was caught in adultery in the very act of being all by herself. I leave that for anyone. It's so happened. And when they turned to Jesus, Jesus stood down and he began to write. And I was still asking myself till today, why is it difficult for any one of us to tell us what Jesus wrote? Like those who are said to be the Pharisees, but okay. Now I know the reason why they were able to know what Jesus was doing. Hard to see. What is their name? Now Natoka. I was not, you are the one that said it. And there were some of them that were intended to be scribes, ready scribes, men who are to prescribe, men who are to stand, to describe, men who are ordained by the law to be able to subscribe to your picture. We will not allow them to be ready scribes. So till today, they didn't know what Jesus wrote. So Jesus now stood up when they insisted that he should say something. And I realized that the way he raised himself and he stood on the ground of what was written by him, not by Moses. He said, whoever had no sin among them should cast the first stone. This is where I have a problem. The Bible says, your heart from the greatest to the least, and they drop the stone in their hands. And I ask myself, see, that day I noticed that all of them had credit to execute the law of Moses. That day, the law of Moses became weak and incapable to bring sin to an end that day. That day, the law became a witness to them. None of them could stand to say, this is wickedness, this is evil. I was shocked that the law of Moses was robbed of its power, because those that wanted to exert the law are also criminals. Friends, can I say to you that are you guilty of the sin, the very crime you are trying to accuse the sinners of? These people made the law of Moses incapable because they became such men that don't have credibility. Their lack of credibility makes the law of Moses incapable. And you see, they cannot prosecute a woman who was caught in it because no one among them is a credible witness. This is where this matter became a burden upon my heart. He said, you will receive Holy Ghost shall come upon you. You will be witness. But what about credit? So I found out that the first thing he does when he calls a man is to prepare him to be a true witness. The Holy Spirit you have received that did not reprove the word of sin, that did not condemn your wickedness. Now language. How unclean you stand for wickedness and condemn it, when you also your own life is casting shadow. This morning, I sense in my heart that the desire of God for us is that when we are empowered, we're empowered as a witness. But the question and you this morning is, have you witnessed His saving grace? Have you been to Jesus for the cleansing power? When people encounter Jesus,